Another day out here on the Gulf Coast. Gotta love it. All right, we are back at the condo here to give it a good service, and they supposedly have a water leak or a clogged drain line or something. No filter, I guess. Yeah, the maintenance guy must have taken it out. This one is massively oversized though. It's a 3-ton air handler with a 2.5-ton condenser. I feel moisture, but it's not clogged up though. Not that I can tell. I mean, I don't know if they've taken the liberty of unclogging it themselves or what. I don't have much information to really go off of. I know the, oh gee, that's not, it's not code. I don't even think that's legal to really do. I know it's not code around here, but even when they put this thing in, that wasn't legal. Anyway, I'm just gonna give it a look over, I guess install a float switch. I think that's another thing that the customer wanted. Inspect that drain line. All right, let's see what we got over here. I don't feel any resistance, but what I just noticed, let's see if I can, that 90 right there is cracked. So that seems to be what their problem is. But I'm gonna go and clean this part up, get them a float switch installed, and redo that little bit right there. All right, this is what we're going to be installing today, the SS1 float switch, and hopefully everything goes swimmingly. Pressed back a little bit further than I wanted, but hopefully we can make it work. Yep, that is cracked for sure, and it's pretty gross, so probably a good thing that we're going to change it out. Okay. Yeah, I think that might be best. Man, I hate that, but I don't have another coupling with me. So that's just how it's gonna be. Something like that. That'll be all right. Okay, we are installed. And I think I am going to leave that one unglued and that one unglued, only for serviceability, to take it out, wash it out, do all that, but everything else seems pretty all right. Now let's flush it with some water and install this float switch. Something I just noticed about this unit, the wiring that they have for the yellow and the common are not 18 gauge nor 16. They are what looks like 10. Could be 12, but what in the world is going on with this unit? This is, I don't even want to play around with that type of shit. But yeah, going from number 10 to number 18, that's a bold move. Very interesting. All right, we are installed. This time I decided to break the yellow. I see a lot of debate, break the red, break the yellow. I always break the red, however, today I think I'm gonna go for something different, just kind of for fun. All right, we are fully installed, taped up, put a strap on it, wired in. All right, we're back online. This coil's not too dirty, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and give it a quick rinse with some of that green coil cleaner. Next thing I'm gonna do, put some of these pan tabs in there, just to kind of help. That should be fine. It's a small unit, I'm not gonna go crazy with it. And I'm gonna flush it with some water. Always keep an eye on the drain line. Don't want it to get too crazy. Want to make sure it doesn't leak or anything. Ooh, yeah, we got there's some chunkers in there for sure. Put that guy back in. Oh, it's got a 5-minute delay in it. I think that happens naturally whenever you turn the power on and off. I always try to turn that off just because I find it really obnoxious. Let's see if it's actually on or not. Oops. No, it's off. It's just from the power being cycled on and off. All right, well, I'll clean up my mess a little bit. Leave that for the next guy. What I'm going to do is just a non-invasive test. sure that we're kind of low on airflow, because these guys are ducted for 2-ton units, and we've got a 3-ton air handler with a 2.5-ton condenser, which is just kind of whatever. Alright, set up our return. Try to set up a decent supply here. That should be alright. Liquid line. Suction line. Where's a good spot to put this? Alright, now we gotta just check measure quick. I'm gonna let it run for a couple extra minutes and see what they have to say. What we're doing here is we're going to do a non-invasive test. We're going to pick a new job site. Measure Quick has updated their system, so it's a little different than it used to be, but setting up for a non-invasive search. We're checking the outdoor air temperature, which their weather section seems to be pretty accurate for the most part. That's how we'll get our high and low pressure. We're going to profile the unit as a 2.5-ton. I believe it had a piston in it, so we're going to go ahead and utilize that. It's very important to profile it correctly. As you can tell, I did make a mistake, and it is actually an R22 system, which I later go back and correct. But my biggest concern is that liquid line temperature. It's 110 degrees and it's steadily climbing. That's just never good news, whether it's R22 or 410A. You don't want to see something quite that hot on that liquid line. Alright, well, according to Measure Quick and also from my hand, the liquid line is scorching hot. 110 degrees according to that temperature probe, which is pretty high. So we're gonna go see what's up out there. Alright, this is what we find over here. A very dirty condenser coil, and if you can see how fragile those fins are, normally I'd get up here with a brush and kind of scrape that off, but unfortunately it just isn't worth it. All those fins are just gonna fall right off, so this one's toast. Alright, I was actually mistaken. I did look at this data plate and I didn't even realize that this is an R22 machine. So I would say that they definitely got their money's worth out of it, since it's probably I think a 2009, 2010, something like that. You're asking for a lot out here on the Gulf Coast for something like this, but that liquid line is just a scorcher. I mean, we're talking, I think it was 112 degrees on Measure Quick with this guy's reading right here, give or take. I'm gonna submit a quote to replace this guy. I hate to do that after I just put a float switch on it, but you know, just one of those things. They might be able to get another year or two out of it, but I just really do not believe that it's going to last much longer. Not with that coil being in bad shape. Normally I'd brush it off, but I really can't. It'll just fall apart if I even try, but who knows? They'll probably keep it for a couple more years, a couple more summers. You know how people can be. But anyway, I've wrapped this one up. I'm going to get the heck out of here and move on to the next one. So yeah.